solid interviews, solid like journalism, like solid.
Yeah, that's what it's kind of
something that's real solid.
Yeah,
like.
journalism. Like I do see it in that lane, like you said, because y'all reaching different topics,
Sometimes in life is not what we want, but what He chose for us, you know. And believe it or not, that's such a people don't understand. Sometimes people pray for certain things, and it's like what you praying for, it's not meant for you. So sometimes we sit back and we look at stuff and we say, unanswered prayers is sometimes the best prayers there is. The things you're praying for ain't really for you, but the prayers that wasn't answered, those were the best prayers. They were for you.
Behind that.
Well, you said it just now, you know, meaning what family will do is, I don't know if you know the story. My husband was the one who opened this restaurant several years and far away, at least over 20 years, let's be real. And I continue this business in his legacy, okay? And I wanted something, we only have one son, and I wanted him to fit that shoe. Family owned, meaning I wanted him to see what this meant for his dad. I know I'm getting to that age where I'm going to sooner or later have to leave it to my son. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted my kids. And I swift out and I saw who really had the passion for it. My son didn't, but now he loves it. This is a part of him now. Just like it was a part of his dad's legacy, it's now part of him. Because sooner or later I want to be able to pass it on to him, which I have already 50% have done so. And, you know, that's why I just wanted the kids to be a part of it.
Or in any other state in the US.
Not really, because I'm in my 50s now. My goal is getting ready to retire and leaving it for my son. And I know right now he's not ready to take on another one. Maybe 10 years ago, yeah, but right now, no, because my goal is to retire like in another year or two. And so opening up another franchise is definitely a no.
Got it.
You know, sometimes it's good to put your all in one than to spread yourself, because then it wouldn't be right, and it's not fair to me or the customers, because you want to make sure your stuff is on point. Being on point, you can't spread yourself. You could never put your all in that.
Got it. How old would they should go?
How old were my kids? Well, being a widow at the age of 31, I brought my kids here the days they weren't in school. So for the whole summer, all of them were here, all 6 of them, for the whole summer. So they started at a very young age.
How did that conversation go for your kids starting to work at your restaurant?
Well, really, it's only 2 of them I have here that works here. My son, he hated it just like me, but now he have a passion for it, a passion. He didn't, I guess, being here so young at 11 years old, he felt like I was watching him. Like, he didn't enjoy life, so he spent his whole summer here. So he started resenting the fact of having to come to work here every day.
Felt like you were supervising him.
Right. So he became a little rebellious, like in his late teens. But when he turned like 21, 22, he realized, I don't know if he just see his mom was doing it and enjoying it and loving it, or it might be at one point in my life I had gotten really sick. He's my only son, and I think he felt like he had no choice but to step in and do it, because, you know, his dad wasn't here, so he had to be a man before he was even a boy. He didn't have time to enjoy being a boy or a kid. So I think that's one of the reasons why he had to fit that shoes. He had to step in that shoes then. It wasn't by choice, but he had no choice. But now, he loves it. He enjoys working here, especially by himself, because then I have to be over him to supervise it. That's his best thing about it. But that's how it come about.
How important is generational wealth to you and leaving the restaurant behind for your kids when it's time for you to retire?
General wealth
Generational wealth.
or generation. You know, the key thing I look at, it's not wealth. There's different type of wealth I look at. There's financial wealth, there's spiritual wealth, and there's communication wealth. Like when you leave something behind, you want to make sure that shoes you're leaving behind, and I know my son is to that point, at least maybe 80%. He's ready for it. The other 20% I'm working on him, but the first thing I teach him, it's not about a financial wealth with leaving a business behind to run. You sit in here, you see my interaction with they're not customers for me. They're my clients because they're always going to keep coming back. And I believe what you put in, that's what you're getting out. And my goal is, and what I'm trying to teach it, everybody who walks through that door is not just a dollar sign. It's not all about the Benjamin. It's about knowing who they are. When they see you, they must be happy. It's an interaction where it's not just money exchange, and it's just a personal relationship. You see how I am with your dad, your
Always have a
stepmom.
smile on your face.
I don't care what I'm going through, how I'm feeling. When everybody walks through that door, if it's a stranger for the first time, when they walk out that door, to me, they're not a stranger. And that's where I'm trying to teach my son that. You understand? He don't talk much, but we getting there. So that's where that's my only worry point that I think about right now. That's only one of the reasons why I'm retired yet, because I will miss my people walking through that door. And I ain't talking about, I miss all of my people, because they're just not customers. They're personal friends, they're personal relationships. I
Like
watch
family.
their kids grow up, family, and that's how I look at it. And I think that's why I'm still standing here going on 21 years.